4 chasers out there. We're trying to fill in those last 2 spots with some people in the snow, but all of our snow chasers are asleep. Looks like Brandon Clement is still in the area where there's significant damage. At least some damage. And if you're just now tuning in, we've still got tornadoes out here. We've got a confirmed tornado warning for Graceville. Florida. Tornado, if it continues, is going to go right up towards Rambo on the the Florida-Alabama line. Also, I'm being told that there's a how-to playlist on Radar Omega's YouTube channel. I didn't even know about that. Crazy, thanks for being a member for 2 years. An official sponsor. Wow. Thank you so much. It says, glad to see the stream. I've got family in Florida near Tampa. I hope the storm stays north. It should. It should. The tornadic part anyways should stay north of Tampa. It's definitely going to storm down there, though. Keep up the good work. From the Panhandle, you're one of the few covering the storms. Not just the effects on population centers. Yeah. We hear that a lot. The small towns get skipped over a lot. Still got a pretty convincing signature here on velocity. The correlation coefficient looks to me like it might be dwindling a little bit, which is a sign that maybe and hopefully most of the debris was picked up down here, and what we're seeing is just leftover debris that's still yet to fall back to the surface, and new debris is not being ingested into the system, which means that maybe the tornado has dropped, and that would be a best case scenario. Not dropped, but lifted. Sorry. I'm still tired. What would you suggest for a Radar Omega subscription package? First of all, like, they do sponsor me, okay, and they're great and all that, but I will never ever in a million years advise you to do the subscription thing. Just pay the $8 or $9, get the base app, especially if you're just a concerned citizen, right? You just want a really good radar that updates faster than other ones and has like the best warning settings and everything for your local. You are a weather enthusiast. If you're like a huge weather nerd, you want to look at all the models, you want to see the volumetric radar, you want to see like everything that literally everything that the people at the National Weather Service look at. Just go ahead and go ball out, get the top one, because there's literally nothing that you'd be missing at that level. But it's not necessary to have a monthly subscription if you don't want it. Yep, we are.
Hey Ryan, it's Chris. We're arriving in Panama City now. Looks like the velocity couplet, what is there, is going to go just to my south. But as of right now, I do see a bit of a lowering coming off the coast right now, just to my south. Yeah, but as of right now, I don't see any ground circulation, but there is a lowering coming on off the coast.
So this is where Chris Hall is. He's looking to his south. He sees a little bit of a lowering. There is a little bit of rotation here near Panama City that might be warned for a tornado here soon. If that happens, Chris Hall is going to be right in the path of it. So we'll have video footage of whatever happens here from Chris, thankfully. The next, oh my gosh. This is never going to end, y'all. Look at this. Wow. There's another kink. There's another one. Here's another one. Hey, how about 100 miles out to sea? Yep, there's another one. City all the way to Mexico Beach, towards Carabel. Tallahassee even later might be dealing with some tornadic activity, so we are not done yet. Holy smokes. Yeah, and the one near Panama City is ramping up pretty good. I'm actually surprised there's not a tornado warning yet for Callaway. And the one that we've been watching up here near Graceville, it's kind of falling apart a little bit, but we'll see if that recycles. I would stay in my safe spot in Cottonwood for sure. The squall lines are more impressive than the supercells. That's certainly debatable. Personally, as a forecaster, as a broadcaster, as somebody who, I've spent a lot of time guiding people through these situations. Supercells are obviously more dangerous. Like whenever you have a supercell with a tornado, a lot of times those are the ones that produce the biggest and most damaging tornadoes. But they're so easy to track. They're so easy to pinpoint by, okay, here's exactly where the tornado is, and here's exactly where it's going. One of the reasons why the Mayfield tornado in Kentucky, I think one of the reasons why we were able to get in front of so many people out in front of it was because of that. It was a supercell that just lasted forever, and it was going in the same direction the whole time, and it was very intuitive to be like, okay, well, this is where it is now. This is where it's going to be an hour from now. Whenever you get these little kinks in the line and these spin-up tornadoes and in these squall lines, it's much harder to pinpoint exactly where the tornado is and where it's going to be in a certain amount of time. So, but at the same time, they produce less damage usually. So that's a good thing. That is a good thing. Yeah, come on. We need a tornado warning right here. Let's go. I don't know what it entails, but it would be cool if the National Weather Service had the ability to, like, literally draw on their software something like this, and then like AI takes care of the rest. I think one of the reasons it takes a while for warnings to come out sometimes is because the Weather Service obviously has to determine like where the tornado is, where they need to draw their polygon, and then I think they have to manually type out a lot of the stuff. It's very possible in today's world for you to like circle something and then AI automatically understands what's in the map and it knows what cities are in there and like all that stuff, and it can just automatically fill all that text out, and then boom, you got a warning going out. I'm sure that they're working on that. I'm sure that I'm not the first person to think of that. If it's not already a thing, it could be something that's already implemented. It's a stream day. That means it's fast food day. You want anything to eat?